Hey, my name is George Flemming, and my program is called Turning Downturns into Doorways. If you are a person who is alive, you are undoubtedly dealing with unexpected changes. It's just part of life. And being an association executive is no exception. So my program is really it's a leadership program and a leadership of self. And 85% of our ability to manage and especially lead during challenging times has to do with how are we relating to, how are we responding to the challenge that's in front of us. The other 15% is really learning different tools and approaches and techniques for innovation. So really have three main points that I was sharing today. The first is there's the circumstances that we face, but the real deciding factor is what's our interpretation of those circumstances. We're the ones who create the story about the circumstances. Whether the market is going up, whether the market's going down, whether we win the lottery, whether we face a challenge in our life or within our association, it's our story or interpretation about that says this is going to, I won't be able to survive this, or this is going to be a new doorway, that will really dictate how we respond to it. It's going to dictate our ability to see possibilities. It's going to determine whether we are able to see the opportunities before us or whether we're going to close down. The second is most time that when people are facing challenges, they're on the level of the problems. How can we deal with this problem? How can we survive this problem? How can we fix this problem? And yet what leaders realize is that the people to be most effective, not only in dealing with those problems, but to bring their full selves, their full creativity and innovation, and to be most effective with their performance, they need to have a vision bigger than dealing just with problems. John F. Kennedy Jr. realized this in the early 1960s when he declared a man on the moon and back before the end of the decade. And this was during a time when we were in the midst of racial tensions, International Cuban Missile Crisis, 4 major assassinations. He realized that the country needed a vision bigger than just dealing with these challenges. And likewise, leaders and organizations that really thrive in up and down times have a vision bigger than just dealing with the problems in front of them. And then finally, the last part of the program was about leverage versus languish. If we imagine that when we're dealing with some challenges, we're up against some real headwinds, we can either be just trying to hold on and survive the winds that we're facing, hoping that the market will turn around, hoping that our industry will go back to the way it was, or we can really leverage those winds. We can imagine if we were a sailboat, really being able to catch those winds. And if we look at organizations that are really thriving today in any industry, they are those that are really looking at what are the changes that are happening in our economy, in our market, in our industries, with technology, with the way people communicate, with what they need, their changing needs and challenges, and how can we actually leverage this. I give an example of the Minneapolis Area Association of Realtors, and they turned what was a cost line item for them, being able to pull together data and reports for their members, and they turned it into a profit center. They were starting to learn an expertise in terms of how to mine this data, how to present it in a compelling way. And once they developed this expertise, they didn't want to limit it to just their members. So now they've started marketing the service to other associations around the country and to other real estate companies. So all of a sudden they have a subsidiary of their association that is out making money, that has allowed them to stay staffed, that has allowed them to maintain their association member rates while other associations are raising their member rates. Unlimited opportunities if we're just really willing to look. So, hope you have a fantastic conference, and my name is George Flemming. Thank you.